Hey guys, let's talk about scales today. I know we all aspire to be lead ukulele players, so I'm going to teach you if you're jamming with some folks or you're just recording your own songs or whatever you want to do and you want to add a little uke solo, you can do one of these two basic scales and you'll be able to pull off a pretty cool solo using just these 5 or 6 notes. We're going to talk about the minor pentatonic scale and the blues scale. Now, the minor pentatonic scale is just 5 notes and the blues scale adds 1 note to that, what they call the blue note or the flat fifth. So what I want to teach you first is the Nashville number system. I said a flat fifth, and all the Nashville number system does is assigns numbers to the different notes in a scale or in a key. And they do this so that the cats in Nashville, whether they're jamming or they're in the recording studio, they need to change the key of the song really quickly. Let's say you're going from C and we got to move it up to D for the vocalists. Usually they change things for the vocalists so they can actually sing the song. So they know they just move everything up to D. That's your one instead of the original root note being a C as the one, and then go from there. Now here's what it looks like in a chart. Here's 1 through 7, the notes, and then here's your key that the song is in. You'll see that the key and the 1 are the same because the 1 is the root note and it's going to be that key. So we're going to be talking about C today, and then you can move the pattern up and down from there. So C, the 1, that's your root note, and then the 2 in the key of C would be D, the 3 would be E, and so on. Now, often you'll hear people talk about a 1-4-5 song in blues. That's what it is. 3 chords and the truth. You've heard that. A lot of great songs have 3 chords, and usually they're going to be that 1-4-5. So if we're talking the key of C, the 1 is C, the 4 is F, and then the 5 is G. So if you're doing like a 12-bar blues, those are your 3 chords, the 1-4-5. Now, when we're talking about scales, in the minor pentatonic, I'm going to teach you the blues scale, but it just adds that, like I said, adds that blue note or the flat 5. But minor pentatonic is the 1, the flat third, 4, 5, and flat 7. Those are the 5 notes, and then they go up and down the fretboard. But I'm going to teach you what's called first position, and I'll teach you the pattern, and then you can move that pattern up and down the neck depending on what key you're in. So like I said, the blues scale adds that flat fifth. So it'd be 1, flat third, 4, flat fifth, 5th, flat 7th. So if we're talking notes in the C scale, the 1 is the C, your root note. Flat third is an E flat. 4th is F, like we talked about. And then the flat 5th would be that G flat. 5th would be the G, and then flat 7th is a B flat. Now let me show you what that looks like on the fretboard, so you don't have to even think about too much about which notes they are. As long as you know the pattern, you can get going on it, and then, like I said, move it up and down depending on what key you're in. Now in the tablature that I'm including with this, I do a C blues scale, and then a D blues scale, and a G, so you can see what it looks like moving up the neck. But it's going to be the same pattern. You're just starting on a different root. So the C blues scale, you're going to play an open C string, that 3rd string up. That's your C, that's your root note. And then your flat 3rd is going to be up 3rd fret on that 3rd string on the C string. That's your E flat. Then you're going to move to the 2nd string, 1st fret. That's your F. And then you're going to move to you're going to walk up here. 2nd fret on the 2nd string is your G flat, and then the 3rd fret is your G. And then you're going to move to the 1st string, to that A string. And again, 1st fret, that's a B flat. And then the 3rd fret brings you right back to the C. So that wraps it up, brings it around to the root note again. So that is your blues scale. The 6 notes are actually, you're doing a 7th when you get back to the C. So it sounds kind of like this. You're just going to walk down. And then you can take it backwards. And then, I like like that. You could just solo just going up and down the scale. It might get a little boring after a while, but you want to kind of mix up the notes and find like a different combination. But you could add a little swing to that scale as you're practicing. That's your C blues scale. Now, just to show you, if you want to move it up, they're not playing in the key of C, you're playing in the key of D. You just move everything up 2 frets. So your root is going to be that D right there. And then it's the same pattern. So you're just going to move up 3 frets. And then to the second string. And to the first string. And so on. Like I said, I included the G, which you're gonna start, just work your root all the way up. So here's your C, D, E, F. Oh, there's the G all the way up on the 7th fret, and then you just do that same pattern from there, up 3 frets. There is your G blues. So that is the minor pentatonic scale, and then just add that blue note because it just sounds cool, and then you have an extra note to play with. And though these are minor and blues scales, you don't necessarily have to play them over the blues. Most styles of music, those scales are going to fit pretty well. I play that blues scale in folk music, in my own singer-songwriter stuff, and it always seems to work out. So that is the starting point. Like I said, the notes, you can find them at various places on the fretboard, but that is the first, what they call the first position. So if you learn that pattern, then you can move it up and down, and when you're jamming, like I said, as long as you know the key of the song, you're gonna be an all-star. So I will see you guys soon.